I never thought something as simple as spending time with my cat would lead to one of the most surprising and emotional moments of my life. But that's exactly what happened on a quiet Sunday afternoon in Austin, Texas, when my nephew walked in at the wrong time and saw something that completely changed the way we understood each other. It all started when I adopted Milo, a fluffy orange tabby with bright green eyes. I had gone through a difficult patch in my marriage. Arguments with my husband David were becoming more frequent, and loneliness had slowly crept into my heart. Milo became my comfort, my little shadow that followed me around the house and seemed to sense my emotions better than any human could. My nephew, Ethan, was only 16, but he often spent weekends at our house because his parents lived in another city. He loved animals too, and Milo adored him. To Ethan, I was the fun aunt, the one who always listened without judgment, who cooked his favorite pancakes, and who gave him space to talk when he wanted. That Sunday afternoon, the house was unusually quiet. David had gone out to run errands, and Ethan was upstairs playing video games. I sat in the living room with Milo curled up in my lap. He rolled over, paws in the air, inviting me to play. I laughed as I dangled a ribbon over him, watching him leap and twist. For the first time in days, I felt light again. I didn't notice when Ethan walked in. He froze at the doorway, his eyes widening as he watched me giggling on the rug with Milo. To him, I must have looked so different from the aunt who usually carried the weight of responsibility. He saw me carefree, childlike almost, and maybe even vulnerable. "Aunt Sarah?" he asked softly, breaking my bubble of laughter. I turned quickly, embarrassed. "Oh, Ethan, I didn't hear you. I was just playing with Milo." But Ethan didn't laugh at me. Instead, he smiled in a way I'll never forget, like he understood something deeper. "You look happy," he said. "I haven't seen you laugh like that in a long time." His words pierced me. It was true. Between arguments with David and the pressures of everyday life, joy had become rare. My nephew had noticed, even though I had tried to hide it. I swallowed hard, unsure of what to say. "I guess Milo brings that out of me," I whispered. Ethan came over and sat on the rug beside me. "You know, Aunt Sarah, sometimes I think Milo knows stuff we don't. Like, when you're sad or when you need someone." Tears welled in my eyes. This wasn't just about Milo. This was about me, about the emptiness I felt, and about the unspoken cracks in my marriage. I had tried to be strong for everyone, but in that moment, sitting with my nephew and my cat, I realized how much I had been holding in. I finally said it out loud. "Ethan, I don't always feel okay. And sometimes, I pretend I'm fine when I'm not." He didn't judge me. He just nodded slowly. "I get that. I do the same thing sometimes. I think we all do." What started as an awkward moment of him catching me playing with my cat turned into one of the most honest conversations of my life. We talked for hours. About loneliness, about family, about how hard it is to always look like you have everything together. Ethan shared his struggles at school, how he sometimes felt invisible, and how he worried about disappointing people. By the time David returned home, Ethan and I had built a new layer of trust. Milo lay between us, purring as if he had orchestrated the whole thing. Over the weeks that followed, I realized that what happened that Sunday wasn't about embarrassment or being caught. It was about being seen, truly seen, for the first time in a long time. And it was my nephew, of all people, who reminded me that it's okay to be vulnerable, to let down the walls, and to laugh freely even when life feels heavy. David and I still had our struggles, but that moment with Ethan gave me courage. Courage to open up, to ask for help, and to admit when I needed more than I was getting. It wasn't infidelity in the way people usually think of it. It was a betrayal of my own silence, a breaking free from the pretense that I was okay when I wasn't. And strangely enough, it all started with a cat.